River, and you are watching episode 3 of Revs with River S. This week in the River S garage, we have the Mahindra XUV300 and the Suzuki Desire. So this week, I'm going to do one review, but this is not a comparison review because these cars are in totally different segments. This is what we call a budget sub-A class, sub-A, class A, budget sedan basically. Let me not try and be fancy. This is a budget sedan and this is a small SUV. So let's see how this goes. Okay, so the Mahindra XUV300 has a very beautiful exterior. I generally think that this is one of the nicest exteriors I've ever seen in my career actually. The headlights have LEDs, daytime working LEDs, and they're also quite adaptive. So even when you go under a tunnel, they light up and illuminate. And that also affects your infotainment system. When it's dark, the infotainment system goes dark. When it's light, the infotainment system is light. So you have this really cute, narrow yet long grille across the front, and your number plate displays right here. And I really like this design of the headlights extending down. Like, it's really weird, but I fucks with it. I think it's very nice. And as we continue around, you are literally sitting on 17 inches. So I think the wheels and this rim is very nice. So I thoroughly think that this is cute. You have your indicator lights on the back of your side mirror. But then when we get to the back, pretty floor for like kitty shade, because I don't understand what's happening at the back. It looks like they just punched everything in, like just pushed everything into it. I wish it was just a little bit protruding or had a bit of a bigger barmiana so that it can work with the front. Now it's just this beautiful long front, and you come to the back and it's just like super flat. I don't understand what's going on. But anyway, I think it's cute, it's practical, and I'm gonna open the boot, but there's a disclaimer, guys. I've been on the road, so there's a lot of shit in the boot. And I know someone commented once and said that, wait again, when I had one car, he was like, your car's clean for the first time ever, guys. I'm sorry. But this time, sorry. But I have things in the boot. So let's just check out the boot space. Right, so the boot space is small. I'm not too impressed with the boot space, but I've realized that this is the same thing across the range of all cars, of all small SUVs. Mazda CX-3 the same thing, T-Cross the same thing. I think the biggest boot that you'll find in a small SUV is in the Ford EcoSport. So if you're looking for something big, I think go for the Ford EcoSport because this is quite tiny, but it carries things quite well. I mean, it's decent enough, but I just feel like I'm not too happy with the size, you know. I think if you're buying this car, you're buying it for family house, so you need gang space in the back. But anyway, that's just me. Okay, now let's move into the interior of the car. Inside, you are greeted by this white interior. Over the weekend, I unfortunately had to bury my great-grandmother, but I was scared that this car would get dirty because like dust, the whole whatever. So I was scared but surprisingly enough, no dirt got onto it. And I think that's really cool. So this would work if you have children, and it's easy to clean. I did wipe off a few stains, and I think that it's the easiest car to clean, like especially with this interior. The only thing I don't like is when you come to the front here, this two-tone Oreo-esque. I'm not too impressed with it. I don't think it looks that great. Also the interior here, oh my goodness, this is horrendous. I'm sorry. I think this looks like something like, do you guys remember Speed Queen? Washing machine, it looks like that. Like, oh god, no ways, guys. No, not this interior. It's horrendous. Let me just start the car and show you. Even on the steering wheel, like the buttons are so old. It's like I'm pressing an old computer, like those big ass Microsoft TVs. Oh, Jesus Christ. No, Mahindra, no. This is, no. This is not pretty. This is not pretty. I'm so sorry, but I don't like this thing at all. But let me just turn this off. But the tech is actually quite decent. when you plug in your cable like I did here, you are taken to Apple CarPlay. So the Apple CarPlay in here is a bit muzzled, especially when you're on GPS. Like, she sounds quite funny, like turn left, which is weird. But then when someone calls you, WhatsApp or even a phone call, it's crystal clear, like it's crisp and it's good. So the sound system could be a bit better, especially for music. But I think that they've built this very solid product and they've tried their utmost best. When I did my research on it, I found out that this is one of the best selling small SUVs in India, and I can see why. I think it's decent, it's very good on fuel. The turbo diesel is a marvel to drive. The engine, the gearbox are like, it's absolutely perfect. Would I recommend it? I definitely would, but you need to be wary of the interior. But as a car for a daily, for your family, if you want a good manual transmission, this is your guy. And also, you have a little cute sunroof up here, which is, it's a nice touch. It's a nice touch. So, that's the Mahindra XUV300. My verdict is that it's good on fuel. Amazing gearbox, one of the nicest and the fastest gearbox I've ever driven. It's a 6-speed, so that at least there's a resting gear. So now we conclude this first segment, this first part of the show. We're done with the Mahindra XUV300. Let's go jump into the Desire. I haven't seen that baby in a long time, so it's good to be reunited with the Suzuki. Follow me, let's go check it the other one.